Picking back up with Bailey Anderson and his family, they lived in about 1785 or 90. They lived in Bullitt County, Kentucky. This is close to the Fort Knox of today, and it's located on the Ohio River. John Arvie Lout was born in Bullitt, Kentucky, as was Lovisa Anderson. They eventually married and followed the Anderson family as they struck out to the west again to find new land, and they ended up in what eventually became Indiana, but it was Indian land at the time, on the Ohio River. At about, of course, the War of 1812 came around, and the Andersons and John Arvie Lout and many other people from that area, being hardy pioneers, went down and fought in the 1812 to 1814 war in and around New Orleans area. And they went down the Natchez Trace to get there, and saw a lot of brand new land that they yearned for. And so after the war, Anderson took his entire family, which this may have been 20 people, and loaded them onto flatboats like you saw in the Daniel Boone days. Went down the Ohio River until it joined with the Mississippi, and then further down to Natchez, and then I might be getting ahead of myself here. At some point, if I can find it, at that time, around this area, it's Red River State Wildlife Management now, but it's where the Red River used to coalesce with the Mississippi. So they were coming downriver all the time, and then they went over in the Red River and had to pole their way upstream all the way over to Natchitoches, Louisiana. They abandoned their boats and struck out across land, crossed the Sabine River, which of course today is this gigantic Toledo Bend Lake, but they crossed the river and ended up in San Augustine. San Augustine was in the newly born Mexico. And this was really their frontier. They didn't have enough people living there to protect it, and so they invited United States people to come over and get homesteads. John Arvie, if I can find it, we'll start a new tape.